BagFuel, baby.
We live nice.
Yeah.
We all live good. We all, we drive, we do what we do, we live nice. But if you don't invest in your health, this shit means nothing.
Nothing, bro.
So that should be the first thing. We take our little money, invest in our health. You know what I'm saying? Go do the little shit, because the doctors, there's no money in the cure, there's money in the suppression. They're not gonna tell you what they don't have to tell you. For instance, my wife, she was missing 2 genes. The fucking doctor kept giving her medicine. Instead of saying, yo, go get your DNA test and find out what's wrong, she went and did it on her own, found out the genes was gone, and found out the supplements that she had to take to do it. Where these niggas keep getting paid. Another thing, my foot was hurting. Went to the doctor, he shot my foot with cortisone. He didn't say, yo, kid, let me take care of the root of the problem, let me send you to a specialist. My shit was hurting 2 hours later for me to come back and get another shot. So he can get paid.
Exactly.
So that's why you gotta just do the shit yourself, just, you know what I'm saying? And trust me, you'll feel totally different.
Well, in case y'all don't know, we got the world famous Kid Capri in the building for BagFuel today.
Kid Capri.
What up?
Special edition, you know what I'm saying? You know how we try to bring you all the different flavors, people who you don't think that we gonna talk to, we talk to. I got my partner to the left of me today.
Hynaken.
You know what I'm saying? Go to bagfuel.com, go cop his sweatshirts, go cop my cookbooks. I got the university coming up. Go to my school. Go to the school app, SKOOL. Go to ESSO University. Join my school. It's only $47 a month. You'll learn everything about the entertainment business. I promise.
And you got a special hoodie on. Don't do that. They got.
Yeah, I got my hoodie. I got some merch. You know what I'm saying? I got some sayings. I got some merch, and it's up. Go to the website. All right, well, we're gonna jump on in right now.
Come on, we got an active legend.
Kid, I'm gonna jump right in. What was the process of you getting on that Kendrick Lamar Damn album, all over the album?
He called me.
Ooh.
And he said he wanted to do the album. Met him down here. We did it down here, downtown. Went in the studio, said a bunch of stuff, recorded a bunch of stuff, but it was crazy because I asked him, I said, yo, Ken, I was like, why you didn't go get Battle Cat and Pooh, West Coast legends? He was like, kid, I love them dudes, those are my brothers. He's like, but I wanted the authenticity. He was like, I know what you did for the music business, I know what you did for DJs, I know what you did as a whole, and that's what I wanted on the album. So what that told me was this young dude knew his history. He knew what was going on. It wasn't just about the time. He knew about being timeless. You know what I'm saying? He knew about, being around and understand what came.
He understands the pillars of hip hop.
Exactly, and that's why he's where he's at, because he understands those elements. So with that being said, we ended up doing what we did, and I didn't hear the album until it came out. So when I heard the album, I was like, wow, this is crazy. As a matter of fact, some of the things I said, I didn't really understand what I was saying. When I said we're gonna put it in reverse, I didn't really know what we was talking about until I heard the album, and then he explained it to me. So it was dope, man. And and for it to be the only Pulitzer award-winning hip-hop album in history, and I'm on it. My voice been been heard in countries I've never even been to. So I appreciate him for that.
What's that like winning a Pulitzer prize? Yeah, pardon me.
That's like you Mozart or Beethoven or Bach or some shit. Like you up in that thing. I wish we could have did a lot more, like did a lot of shows together and stuff like that. We didn't get a chance to do that. He didn't really need me, but if me and him would have got together and be able to do like a little, a few shows or some spot dates, whatever, it would have been pandemonium in there. And his shit is pandemonium anyway.
Already.
So.
What was that check like?
Oh, it's nice. Come on, man.
What was that check like?
Always
What was
nice,
that
man.
check? This is BagFuel. What's the check like?
Hey, you know what? I'm happy.
Because you know what it is? It ain't more about pocket watching. It's more of like understanding our value.
Yeah, and I've been getting money a long time. It's like, so it's like it's the certain things that mean it's that you add to your legacy. You know what I'm saying? It's like when you able to say, you played for all the presidents all at one time, or you was able to open doors for DJs to get money now in the business that, when you seen DJs getting paid $50 and shit like that, you seen a whole different game change. So many things I did that, sometimes it ain't about the money, it's just about the look and recording your history and showing that, it's just a bigger picture. You know what I'm saying? So I've done a lot of things like that, and I'm real proud of,
What about the mixtape game? And I'm gonna say this. Before, when I was younger, the mixtapes to me, and you correct me if I'm wrong, were the tapes of when y'all was DJing in the club. Is that correct?
No.
Okay, what were those? Were those party tapes?
No.
What were those?
First, let's back it up, right? The first ones that was really doing it in New York was Brucey B, Star Child, Love Bug Starsky, Hollywood, right? They were like the fathers of it.
Mm.
And then when I came in the S&S Club with Star, and keep in mind, the S&S Club, it was the top drug dealers, killers, like everybody was in this place. Like, and if you was there, it was a dangerous place. But it was if they had love for you, you was, you know, it was what it was. But when I came in with Star Child, I seen it to be bigger. I seen it being more than just New York. I seen it being across the world. This is could be bigger. And fortunately, when I sat on that street corner and was selling those tapes and $20 tapes like they were selling $20 cracks, it worked out. Dudes was, supported it and took me where it took me.
$20 mixtape.
Nobody knew who I was. I was
But
sitting on
what
the
were
street
the
corner.
mixtapes consisting of, kid? Were they
let me
music?
tell you,
That's what I'm saying.
Right. So when it first started with me and Star, we were making them in the club, me and him. Then when me and him stopped playing together, I started going on the road doing little things. And then when I came back, I started playing at Studio 54. Red Alert got me in 54. After I left 54, I said, damn, what I'm gonna do now? I went to Trader Horn and I bought 100 tapes. And I sat in my crib and put 6 tape decks and copied all these tapes all night. Went outside the next day by Rucker and put a little $20 sign on it. Sat on the street corner just like this. And chicks was driving by, bad chicks driving by in cars laughing and shit like I was peddling. I'm sitting there like this. It got so bad I had to put 14 chains on my neck to look good like I'm doing all right. Right? So I'm sitting there and I'm hustling my shit. And dudes would walk in, $20 a mixtape, who are you? Kid Capri. Like, so put my shit in your car, play the beginning. When you hear the beginning, you're gonna come back and buy everything I got. And then go put it in this car, come back, bought everything. And it kept going like this until I heard my tape in every car that was driving by in Harlem. Everywhere, every car that went by, it was crazy. Cop car pull up, they playing my shit. Mr. Softy truck, he ain't playing he playing my shit. Like, it got to that level, and then next thing you know, people coming from out of town to buy them. And so then I started going to the stores and giving them the masters, and then it became a phenomenon. And then I seen a mix of, I'm way up here with the mixtape game. And then I seen magazine. I got signed to my first album deal, and I seen the publicist. She put these 4 magazines in front of me, and she said, "Yo, look." And it said, "Kid Capri, the only DJ and the only human being to ever make millions of dollars off of street mixtapes." When I seen that, I was like, you know what? I'm done.
Why?
Because mixtapes is illegal. So I didn't want to get caught up in some dude saying, yo, my shit is on your tape. You know what I'm saying? Where my bread at? Then it becomes a tax thing. I wish I paid all my taxes, but it became that. It was like, you know what? It was a stepping stone for me. When I did it, it was me write my name on it, write a date on it. When I got it hot, and all the DJs started doing mixtapes, they started putting barcodes on it. They started putting pictures on it, and they made it they put too much on it. And then next thing you know, what I knew what was gonna happen before I got out of it, drama gets knocked. So I seen that way ahead. So when I seen that, the doo-wop thing we did with me and doo-wop was the last thing, and then I took my career a different way.
Let me say this, right? With the drama thing, because with understanding his trajectory and his relationships with record labels, I tend to look at that like how a drug dealer or a big-time drug lord or others all of a sudden has issues with the police. And now it's time to wrap it up. There's no reason that should have happened to Drum.
Absolutely not. Because for me, see, my tape's never been based on the exclusive. My tape always been based off, I want my shit as hot as possible, no matter what it takes to make it. So you'll hear exclusives here and there, but it never was based on that, right? So when it got to the era of it being based on that, where he was doing, when Drama was doing the artist tapes and stuff like that, it was helping the artists. It was helping the record labels. In the same way I was doing, the same way Clue was doing. So, where it kind of was, where it's illegal, it was helping the music business.
It was marketing and promotion.
It was the best marketing you could get for somebody that was signed to a label that wasn't doing nothing for the artist. You know what I'm saying? So it was like, that's why not too many people did get knocked. Drama, it just happened to Drama, because Drama started doing it on a bigger level with the barcodes and doing it with the pictures.
It was on the high.
It was
It
like
was on the high.
it was
Like,
crazy.
like this is a real album, and I'm
So the
getting
barcode is really the
right.
issue.
So now it brought a different attention to it. And you know, it's the same in the weed game. You know, the weed game wasn't gonna be legal until the government gonna get their money from it. So you ain't gonna put mixtapes out there, they know that it's out there, they ain't gonna get no bread. You know, so
What's that like? Because, you know, even at the height of when, you know, Jay-Z selling, Biggie, Puff, all of that, albums, if it's a deluxe, it might be $20. That when we talking about later on, you doing this early on for $20.
absolutely.
Like how you, that's astronomical money if we adjust for inflation. That would be the equivalent of
You talking about
$60 now. That'd be a $60 mixtape.
You talking about a tape I paid $1 for. I paid $1 for it, and I made a $19 profit off of each tape I made. And that was the $20 tapes. What about the tapes that they were paying $1,000 for?
Why was they paying the stack? Why was they paying the stack?
Hold on. He's saying Alpo.
Alpo will come in my party, and whatever tape I'm recording, yo, kid, let me get that. Nah, Po, you can't get. Yo, I'll give you 300. Nah, I'll give you 500. Nah, I'll give you. Go ahead, take the tape, Po. So I had people in the streets paying $100 because I had drug dealers that wanted to show that they could pay more for a tape than the next dude. So he'll pay 500 when this dude paid 300. It was like that. It was so crazy. I was making $2,000 an hour. I come out with 100 tapes, them shits be going an hour. I come back with another 100, and I was making, yo, let me tell you something. Drug dealers was coming to me, yo, kid, you super cool. I see how you move out here. You don't roll like these niggas out here. Yo, here's a kilo. Go ahead, my nigga, go do your thing.
They give you free bricks.
Yo, this 27,000. 27,000.
Back then, hell yeah.
Nah, I'm good, B. I'm good. Yo, you don't want that? Yo, I knew you was a cool. Nigga, anything you want. I said, I'm gonna sell these $20 cracks, $20 mixtapes while they sell these $20 cracks, and I'm gonna be here forever. And he's gonna be locked up, shot up, dead, moving, and that's exactly how it played out.
What did Willy Burgers mean to Uptown and hip hop?
Everything.
Talk to me about Willy
Let me
Burgers.
tell you something. I used to sell my mixtapes right next to Willy Burgers, right?
I know. That's why I asked you.
Right, and Man is Willy's son. Man was the one that used to run Willy's. He used to make the burgers. I was making my own burgers. I make my own burgers, sell the burgers, and it was just a monumental place.
It's a perfect marriage.
It was a monumental place, but and there's a story between both. Like, it helped me and I helped it. It was like, you know what I'm saying? You know, got to give it to Star Child. Star Child was the one that put me in there. Like, Star Child was the epitome. You know what I'm saying? And for him, keep in mind, when I first went in the SNS Club, I'm just sitting there like, yo, I can't even believe I'm in this shit. And I'm just looking around, like, looking at the people. I knew who's who.
Were you ever nervous spinning?
Nah. But I'm looking at who's who. And for him to say, yo, kid, come get with me and ride out with me, that changed everything for me. Because had he not did that, we probably wouldn't be sitting there right now. Because I'm not a drug dealer. I've never been a drug dealer. I mean, I don't even agree with none of that shit. But I would never talk down on the drug dealers because it was them that made sure that my mixtapes was going. They were the ones that were buying it. They was the ones that was playing it. So they were the ones that kind of lifted me. So it was like, how do you talk down on it even though you could talk down on it? You know what I'm saying?
Profiteering from it.
Yeah, so, you know, I don't never forget anything that anybody ever done for me, helped me with. You know, Red Alert put me in Studio 54 when I wasn't really nobody. I mentioned that today. I'm mentioning it now. I don't never forget anything. So that's the whole thing about this business is that we get a lot of shit and sometimes we get ungrounded. And I try to stay as grounded as possible, man, with this shit.
What was going on at the Willy Burgers that was so fire? Was it really people just outside throwing money up? What was the vibe there?
It was that 145th, that corner was like, it was either 125th or 145th. So 145th, when everybody left the rink, which was the roller rink in New Jersey, that, you know, we used to do parties at, they'll leave the rink and come to 145th. For some reason, like 145th was base, I guess because Willy was right there. The S was right there. If you wasn't at the SNS, you was at the Zodiac up the block. So it became the main event. And then, like, if Wednesday came and Apollo was going on or Grant's Tomb was going on, everybody be on Apollo and that shit be flooded. And then they'll come up to 145th and that shit be flooded. So it was like, and then you go up to 155th with the game and everybody from 155th come to 145th. It was just like a base that everybody was with. So when you seen it and paid in full, it looked exactly like that.
Okay.
It looked exactly like that. Like everybody out there, niggas driving down the street, spinning. I remember Big D, dude from Queens. He had a Volvo. He driving down the street, skimming around 145th. Everybody outside just watching this shit like it was a show. Everybody coming down the street doing the same shit. Like it was a show, but like it was crazy back then. Like the cars, and it was just crazy, man. Everybody getting killed back to back. Mad murders back to back. You know what I'm saying? Mad beats, niggas walking up, running up on kids. I remember one kid in a buggy. Kid ran up on 148th Street, broad daylight, shot him with the Uzi. Like it got to that level. You know what I'm saying? But that was Harlem.
When does the level of Harlem change in your perspective?
When Rich died. When they killed Rich, it was kind of like, it was like a dark shadow over Harlem or some shit. It was crazy. You know what I'm saying? Like, it was just different. It got different from that point on. You know, and then another thing we didn't think. Back then they had all those abandoned buildings. It was something just for $1. And nobody said, yo, let's buy them up. And now you see Harlem.
$3 million, $4 million houses.
None of us said, yo, let's buy one of these buildings and whoop wop.
Can I ask a real personal uptown question? Why does everybody always say when they killed Rich and Poden went and admitted it, is it that hard for people to just like say that? Because everybody that says that, they be like, when they killed Rich, but Poe came on Slade's joint and admitted it.
This is true. And I remember, yo, a girl threw me a party, birthday party, and I'm standing there, and this dude walks up to me with a beard from the side, but I ain't really look at him. And he goes, yo, you get money now, you doing your thing. I'm like, I'm doing good, I still ain't look at him. He walks away, comes back 15 minutes later, he goes, kid, you don't remember me? I lift up, look at myself, shit, you look like Alpo. It's like, it's Alpo. Fuck out of here. He had the big beard on the shit. So then we go in the booth. SNS was DJing in the booth. We go in the booth and we was talking about, you know, certain things. And then, you know, he asked me for my number. I was like, nah, I couldn't give you the number. But, you know, watch yourself out here. That was the last time I seen him. You know, I don't know why people do that. I guess because for so long people didn't know who did it. And then later on we found out. We had an idea.
Niggas suspected it for years.
Suspected it, but it was so much they killed Rich. That was just the title for so long.
I got you. That's what I wanted to know because I be with Uptown niggas. I went to Randolph. You know what I'm saying? Although I'm from Queens. So when I was at Randolph, it was like when I got uptown coming from Queens, it was right when Rich had got killed. So I didn't understand
the magnitude.
The magnitude of it. But even back then, everybody always used that they. And
because nobody knew.
And but you know what that showed me from being from Queens? Just how much one person affected a town.
Yeah.
It still resonates.
It still resonates to this day.
Absolutely.
Rich Porter.
We're talking about almost 40 years later.
Rich Porter is a big deal.
And then Poe came out when he got out of jail. You know, I guess he felt like he was a star in jail because of all the attention he got on the internet. When he comes out and he goes and does the story about how he killed Rich, that was a bad mistake. In my, you know, I don't like to talk about other people's business, but that was something that was like, he shouldn't have did that.
In like late 90s, early 2000s, I'm around a bunch of Harlem dudes and they're talking about Rich Porter and Alpo and AZ and what it means to them. And at the time, you know, Jay-Z makes a reference to like being close to Rich Porter in terms of mentality. And Harlem is so offended that vacant lot and Rich Porter's mom's has to go and take shots at Jay-Z to the point then Jay-Z on a hit record addresses them. And I'm just tying into how much it means to Harlem, that whole legacy of Rich Porter.
Yeah, it was a, like I said, I'm not in the street. I
No, you're not.
I don't know
We
the
talking
ins and
about-
outs. I'm just
But
saying.
no, from the hip hop point of view.
From the hip hop point of view, from what I knew,
There
it
you
was
go.
a dark moment. Like I remember I was in Harlem, and it just felt like a dark cloud was over it. It was weird. It just felt weird, like because you could just see how everybody was really hurt. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know, take the drug dealing. dude was a good dude. He took care of a lot of people. He did a lot of shit. So, you know, when people see that, they forget about the negative. They know their position. So, you know, and that's what it was. So when it happened, it was just weird, man. And nobody knew. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You know, and then on top of that, you gotta keep in mind, his little brother was killed.
Yeah.
His little brother's finger was chopped off.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So it was extra dark.
Extra dark.
You know what I'm saying? It was, you know, it was fucked up.
Does Paid in Full live up to what it was?
Yeah, Paid in Full.
Dope.
Paid in Full.
That's why
I mean, like I said, I don't know all the ins and outs of everybody's business.
But the vibe was that
but
vibe.
from what I know, that was pretty accurate.
When did you fall in love with hip hop, kid?
Shit, since I've been a baby.
What was the first thing? But when you fell, my first record was the Fat Boys when I fell in love with hip hop. Maybe Roxanne. It was one of those two things. When did you fall in love with hip hop and know it was you? Because you said you started DJing and rapping at the very same time.
Let me tell you this, man. My grandfather, my father's a soul singer, was a soul singer. My grandfather, his father, was a trumpet player that played with all the great jazz players, from Miles Davis to Dizzy to everybody. He played satin with everybody. I have the trumpet in my house that he bought in the 1940s that he played with them. So in my house was nothing but music. You know what I'm saying? Now, James Brown was very, very, very prevalent in my crib. He's the beginning of hip hop.
Okay.
So if you want to take it back to that, yeah. But when you talking about our thing in hip hop, when it first started, I was there from a kid, 8 years old, standing on a milk crate, DJing with a mixer with no headphones, then being better than all the older dudes in the neighborhood. A girl that we used to hang out with, named Olga Carter, she was 13 years old. She said, Kid Capri sound like a good name for a DJ. You should try it. Wow. I had a fucked up name. I had DJ Dr. Spank. That was my name.
Dr. Spank?
It was fucked up, yeah. The Spank dance was out at the time. So I called my doctor. It was stupid. But she said Kid Capri.
She named you.
Right. And she ended up getting shot by accident and killed by a stray bullet.
You took the name.
Right. And it rocked. But, you know, and that was I was 8 years old, starting from back then. So I seen all the elements. That's why I was able to take everything I knew and incorporate it in the mixtapes and my stage show and everything, because I was there to see it. You know what I'm saying? I was there to feel everything that was happening. And, you know, so yeah, way back when I was a kid, man.
I got a controversial question I gotta ask because you was there. Some of those black and Spanish, was the Spanish people there when the black people was doing the hip hop? You know, all this war about Spanish people started hip hop just as much as black, and they saying black people started it. Who do you feel?
I said this comment on, somebody else asked me that, and I said, talked about this. Black people invented hip hop, or Spanish people was there when it was going on. But hip hop was not invented when we started it. There was rap music in the 1940s. If you check the Jubilees, you will see for yourself. I can show you on my phone that
I saw them. They were rapping.
With bars, the bars, everything slick out their mouth, and this is in the 40s. So rap didn't start with us. It started back then. Hip hop started with us.
Okay.
So Spanish people was there when it was happening. I don't think they was involved in creating it.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? But they were going through the same struggle as black people were. They were in the same neighborhoods. They was listening to almost the same music. My dad made the very first album, he was the very first soul singer with a Latin band called the LeBron Brothers, who's on tour right now. He made an album with them in 1968 and in 1969. He was the first soul singer to do such. So they was always, you know, together, but black people was really the ones that created it, but Spanish people were there.
That's fair.
Yeah.
What's the secret to your energy? You're supremely energetic, man. And that's tough when you've been beaten down by the industry, you've been beaten down by life. And I'm not talking in a negative way, just the wear and tear of being a human. But you have extreme vitality to you. Well, where does that come from? What did it take for you to get there?
I have a... How you doing, sir? My brother. I have a... Don't take no for an answer. I want to be the best you ever felt, seen. I want to make you feel better than you did before you got to see me. I look at it. I just look at this. I just look at this shit different. I always do. You know what I'm saying? I always did. I see. I always say God had put me on this earth to do what I do. You know what I'm saying? Because I see it in a way that other people don't see it. Maybe they do see it that way, but I project it. I'll tell you what the answer is. I look at myself as if I'm in the crowd watching myself, and what would make me be satisfied with watching me? What would make me want to pay for me to come back to see me again? What would make a promoter even book me again? I think about them. When I'm on stage, it's never about me. This shit is never about me. It's always about those people that pay. They not only pay to come see me, they got to buy clothes. They got to get dressed. They got to get there. They got to pay to get in. They got to buy liquor. If they with somebody, buy them a drink. And they do this shit because you're there. How can you not give them the best that you can give them?
I understand.
And that's where it comes from.
What's up, Clue?
Legendary energy, man.
Yeah.
The kid.
I want them to hear it. I want them to hear it. So that's what it always been, man. And I feel good.
At what time when you get on the set does that switch go off?
As soon as I hit this, Clue, I could be sick. I could be a 95 fever. Get on stage, I don't feel nothing.
Ooh.
Get off stage, even when I'm feeling good, I'll get off stage, it feel like I just ran into a wall or some shit. Might feel like my body hurt because I put so much energy in that shit. I put so much adrenaline in it. Even if, I'm gonna tell you, I've done places that had 50,000 people.
Wow.
I've done places that had 50 people. They get the same exact show, same energy, no matter who's there. You get the same thing. I'll even tell you this much, but like, it's things like this that I do. If a promoter has a show, he does everything according to my rider, right? And something like rain happens, or the cops come and want to do their job today and stop the people from coming in, or whatever it is. I tell the promoter, yo, set your shit up and come back and do it for free. Cause this way he feels like when I'm down, he ain't gonna kick me further. He got my back. So now I ain't got to book nobody else. I book kids 4 times a year. I'm making my bread. He don't come with a bunch of dudes. He's always on time. Show is always crazy, and it's always sold out. So what I need to book somebody that got 1,000 niggas with him, getting on stage late, fucking up the hotel. This is what promoters tell me. You know what I'm saying? So when you build that rapport with people, you let people know that they safe with you. It ain't about just the money. It ain't about what they can give you. You know that if something happens, they got insurance. Something goes wrong, kid got my back. Done. And that lasts more than that one show that you do, that you get your little money for. That lasts forever. And that's how you treat people.
When you think was that first moment where you kind of knew you made it?
Tell you.
Because everyone got
Look at the face.
Everyone got that moment, man.
I had a lot of moments, especially when I got on television. That shit was crazy. But when me and Aaliyah did the garden, and I seen the pandemonium I had in this building, man, that's when I knew, yo, kid, you there. You really there. Because I don't think anybody shook that shit like that. I brought Bust out. I did a 15 minutes, I was doing a whole tour with her. They brought me out with her because she was out with Genuine and Mary and Bone Thugs, so they needed an aggressive part of her show because her show was really dancing, so they need some kind of aggression to go on. So I would come in the middle of her show on the tour, and when we got to the garden, I seen Buster backstage, and this right when Put Your Hands Where I Can See just dropped, but I didn't have the record. And I seen Flex. I said, "Yo, Flex, I need the record." Flex gave me the record. I told Buster, I said, "I'm putting you on stage. I'm doing the 15 shit, and I'm calling your ass." He was like, "Well, wiggle your ass out on that stage." And this shit went crazy. And I ain't done. And I dropped that shit. And he came wiggling out. And today, Buster said, "Yo, kid, do you remember the wind we felt from people screaming at us on stage?" I'm glad he felt it because I felt it. You could feel the breathing it was
Everybody in the garden.
It was the craziest shit. And I'm glad he was there to feel what I felt. I never had a show like that. And I done did millions of shows. I never had a show. That show was so crazy.
Hip hop wasn't even mainstream back then, so that was a special thing back then.
Yeah,
especially in the garden.
Keep in mind, like my first album came out in '92, and I'm rhyming on the album. I got hot as the DJ on the mixtapes and my parties, but you couldn't make an album DJing. So Biz had said to me, "Yo, Kim, get your album deal." I ain't even want no album deal. I mean, shut up, Biz. I don't know.
Biz got your album deal too?
Biz got my first album deal, right? So I remember coming out of Studio 54, and I'm standing with the Creative Records waiting for a car to come get me, and Biz pulled up on me in the MPV. "Yo, I'm gonna get your album deal." Biz, shut up. Next thing you know, I'm in Bert Padell's office.
The album deal.
Everything signed. I'm like, damn. So the album came out. I did all the beats on the album. I was writing in the studio. I was saying little rhymes I said on the mixtape. I didn't really know what I was doing, but I knew I had something. And we ended up doing that album, and shit took me, and I went on tour and did everything I did with it. But I was already moving before that because I had Def Comedy Jam, I had the radio, I was on rails, I had the mixtape. So that's what got me to get the album, because my name started getting hot in the street. And then once I did that album and I seen how I blew up with the mixtapes, my whole attitude was, I ain't gotta make no records. I'll do that shit when I want. This right here is what's gonna be my bread and butter. And it been that to my next album, which was 7 years later.
Yeah.
Soundtrack to the Streets, which I didn't even rhyme. I rhymed on maybe twice on it. I produced everybody else. That came out, and then 24 years later, the Love album come out. So that's what I'm saying. It's like I never really had to depend on making records. Neither did Clue. Clue was the first one. I was the first one to come out with our type of album. Clue was the first one to go platinum. You know what I'm saying? So, but even with that, he never had to make an album every year to stay in the game.
Because he was in the clubs, touring, on television, radio.
That's what I'm saying. So we never had
Rich
to depend.
nigga shit. Rich nigga shit.
I'm not gonna say that. I'm just gonna say.
True hustler.
It's hustler shit. That's all.
I want to ask y'all two a question, because y'all done every venue, and the number one complaint I'm hearing from out of towners is, what's up with the club scene? When they come here, it's lounges, restaurants.
I love to answer this.
Strip clubs, but they're like, I just want to go to a club and we dance, and I'm like, that don't exist.
No, that's not true.
I don't think that don't.
That's not true.
In certain age groups.
There you go. Now,
new
I'm not even gonna say that. Let me cut you off for a second. Let me answer this. Let me
y'all
get this
both
answer out
active.
first, and then you get to us. It's the mood you put people in. I got older crowd, I got a young crowd, right? They all party the same way. You come in my shit, everybody's hooping, shit shaking, shit sweating, bitches hair fucked up. That's my shit. Everywhere I go around the world. It's what you bring to them. If everybody's doing the same shit, what's different?
Nothing.
Right. Nothing changes if nothing changes. If the promoters is worried about the sections more than they worry about the dance floor, then what happens? Becomes about the section.
Yeah.
And everybody's in their section.
But the money's gonna come from more of the section in their minds, or I'm not a promoter, kid.
Well, that's what I'm trying to say.
Yeah.
My attitude is, I want to pay the dude that get the job done more than I want to pay the dude that's popular. Because you could be popular for tripping over a TikTok record from yesterday. Right? Does that mean you're gonna come and do your job and make sure these people are happy when you come? No. But the dude that's not popular, that been doing this shit in season and know how to take care of people and care and really care, you gonna overlook him?
No.
Yeah, they are.
They're
overlooking him.
They overlook him.
They're overlooking him now.
They overlook him because he's not the mainstream. He's not what's in your face every day.
Nope.
You asshole, you
He
paying
don't
for
have
something
followers to promote to other people or help get people in there because now they need the DJ to promote for them when the promoters was the promoters. You got your crowd. So when my crowd comes, I'm gonna give you the best DJ. Kid's gonna come rock y'all. Clue's gonna come rock y'all, but I was coming with my crowd. Now they need the DJ to bring the crowd.
I just want to do one interjection and Clue can jump in, because what people are looking for is like a club speed vibe.
Well, you come to a kid's pre-party, you're gonna get all that.
Here's the thing.
Let me know. You outside.
One of the main differences between, you know what I'm saying, I could say kid more so, dancing was cool.
It was.
Now,
Dancing ain't cool, kid.
now niggas want to stand on the couch,
Dancing
have a
ain't
bottle
cool.
of
Shake the bottle, yo.
No, my brother Clue. I'm gonna tell you again.
You know what type of
It's
dancing
the
you're referring
vibe.
to?
No, I get it. Niggas get sturdy on. I understand.
No, not like dancing with the girls.
nah.
But I'm gonna tell you how that happened.
I
That's what I was gonna get to next, right? how the strip club got popping in New York, and it's my personal opinion, I could be wrong, I'm not saying it's law. What I am saying is, all around the country, I bring an opener DJ with me. The reason why I bring an opener DJ with me is because I want people to get their money's worth. I don't want nobody hearing the same shit twice. I want you to get a full show. So that's been my thing. I'll come out of my pocket, pay this opening DJ, to pay for his hotel, flight, whatever, just so that the people can get what they're supposed to get. In New York, you got 4 or 5 DJs playing the same shit. Everybody's gonna stand around. There's no continuity. There's no impact to the show. So if we're gonna stand around, let's look at some ass. And that's how the strip clubs get popping.
Okay.
That's my opinion.
Okay.
I feel like when there's no continuity in an event, it becomes...
I got a little theory, and I'm not a DJ. They not giving the black people the clubs no more like that neither. It's hard to get yourself into a good club or dance floor because I go to crossover clubs. Everybody knows that. They're dancing over there with the white people. They're dancing, they're buying sections out, but they're still buying drinks and they're dancing over there. And to your credit, they have a DJ that fits their vibe, that's rocking the tunes that make you want to dance.
If
He's
you
playing
got-
older music mixed with younger music and everything.
We got to swing back to what
Top
Clue
40.
said. Clue, he said something very important.
It's not cool?
No, dancing ain't cool. But what he's talking about is guys going up and dancing behind girls. That is gone.
We haven't seen that in a long time.
Girls have shut it down so much that dudes are like, I'd rather just be in my section and let you come to me. Am I bugging or not?
Listen, if a guy does that, a girl gonna call him a goofy.
There you go.
Straight up. They gonna call you a goofy.
You see?
Yo, this nigga trying to dance on me like,
Yes. Yo, bro, calm
That's a
down,
fact.
bro. Like, you know, and I think that killed the nightclub.
But I think that
In a
kills the
certain
nightclub
sense.
in New York.
Yeah,
You go
you right.
anywhere else.
Niggas is dancing.
Shake
Dudes
it.
down
right.
south
But
be
DC,
dancing.
But
Yeah.
I'm gonna
Yes,
say,
they be
what I'm gonna
dancing.
say is every
right,
party
kid.
I do in New York, that don't happen in my joints. No matter what
Come
party
on,
I'm in
man.
New York, it's gonna rock. But that's what I'm saying. If you look, you got to make people feel different. It can't be the same thing every time. And that's why they saying like Atlanta fell off. They saying that the Atlanta clubs fell off because how much you gonna pay for expensive ass club? How much you gonna pay for a bottle?
Listen. Here's what y'all forgetting.
What's up, Clue?
Okay, so all the snap, twist shit, that's the dancing music.
Yes.
They don't do it. It's all trap music.
It's all trap music.
Now. It's all trapped out. It ain't even the type of vibe music that you would even dance to. You know what I'm saying? It's like it's swag rap. It ain't that fun, have fun, and you know what I'm saying?
And
Like,
that's
it ain't
another thing,
that.
and that's scary too, because see, there's no records now, right? And I don't give a fuck who the artist is, right? That has a record that lasts like Biggie, Benjamin's, Jingling Baby, like last 30 years. There's records for the time, not records that's timeless. Not saying that it's
I
not
call them
going to be.
microwave records.
They're records for the time.
But they have to do that. I gotta take up for some of the young people.
No,
because,
I'm not saying it's a
Oh,
bad
yeah,
thing.
yeah,
but I'm
yeah,
not,
'cause
no,
they
no.
have to do
I'm
it.
with
They
the
gotta
young
put
people.
it
I'm not
out.
saying that. What
Yeah,
I'm
they gotta
saying
put it
is,
out,
what I'm trying to say is, for the club, right? For the clubs, after a while, if records don't last long, how do they become classics that they will last in the club?
Gotcha.
You see what I'm saying?
Because certain records you still play, niggas gonna be like, damn, I ain't heard it. Oh,
That's
my
what I'm
shit.
saying.
I got you.
That's what I'm saying. You want records? Listen, man, I play all the young shit for the young. I know all of it. There's nothing against it. Love for it. What I'm saying is, if you're not making music that's gonna stay around, and Eric Sermon said it the best, how is it gonna last
How's the party
for 30
scene?
years?
Yeah. Because
For
you need the
these
other party
shows.
records to connect
Yeah.
with the older records to keep you
You're
dancing.
gonna-
Bridging the
you're
gap.
not.
There
You're
is
gonna
no
get
connect.
older.
Yeah, there is no connection to the party records to see younger
Right.
and them keep coming.
That's
the,
what I'm
the,
saying.
the records like, you know, like a perfect example of a record that you would dance to, like let's say Drake and Chris Brown, No Guidance.
Yeah.
That's the feel good music. The Afro beats. That's the shit that
That's
people
the
dance
dancing
to.
record.
They dance on the Afro beats.
that's-
They are dancing
yeah,
to Afro
Jamaican,
beats.
Jamaican.
Yes, they are dancing to that. That's
Afro
true.
beats,
The rhythm.
they
That is
dance to
very
those.
true.
But that's
Now-
your culture too.
Now,
That's
I
true.
will say this. If I did a whole trap set in the party, right?
Ooh.
If I do 40 minutes, if I could do an hour, right? I could do it in one. But it's the way I'm playing them.
Of course.
It's the way I'm playing them that make niggas like
But
this.
niggas don't have those skills no more.
But that's what's making it whack. That's what's making it whack. When
But
you go
now
in the
niggas
club,
got Serato.
playing
They
damn-
don't have to work on, wait, hold on, kid.
And that's another thing.
Hold on, kid. Niggas don't gotta work on their craft. You talking about blending, connecting records, keep the vibe moving. You talking about a whole other thing. When you bring in one record in for a hot second, then you transition into the, they're not doing that.
They slamming records all
They
day.
slamming all day. Exactly. They're not doing that because that's what makes y'all y'all. That's the difference of what's going on now. They don't have to do that, bro. When I started DJing, you know why I started DJing? Because I'm in this club with this nigga, right? And I'm like, this nigga's getting $500 to do this shit, Clue? Oh, hell no. Oh, hell no. I tried to DJ years ago. I couldn't afford the records. I couldn't afford the equipment. But right now, I can go get to Serato and I'm gonna go practice.
Yeah.
And I was on his head, pause. Yo, put me on. Am I lying, Clue? Put me on.
But see, that right there is part of the reason why things are going down.
I agree.
And the
Because-
openers ain't even getting 500 no more. They getting less than that.
Because
That's how bad it is.
That's how bad.
because there was just like the record business, right? You got signed because you was special. They seen an investment in you and they felt like they can get a return.
Yeah, ROI.
Right? So you got signed and there was a certain amount of people, that was a little club, a little amount of people that everybody was special. Now it's a free fall. Anybody could just make a
You
record.
got a big butt. You got a big butt. And you can go behind the turntable. This is real. And you can say,
The
I'm a
IG
DJ now.
The IG model's
That,
becoming
I'm a
DJ.
rapper now.
I'm a rapper
I'm
now.
a influencer.
Whatever.
I'm an asshole. Whatever I want. And everybody's everybody. And that's what makes it unspecial, that everybody got an opinion. Everybody got something to say. Everybody's this, everybody's that. So nothing becomes special no more. So now the key is to, when you be seen, for me, when you see me on the net, you see nothing but inspiration. You don't see how much money I got. You don't see where I'm driving. You don't see where I'm living. You don't see me showing off and wishing my success in poor people's face. You don't see that. You see me on stage. You see me making a beat. You see me showing, you see that. That's it. Because that's all you really need to see, and you become special. When everybody can see everything, what's special about you?
Nothing.
Right. At one time when we seen an entertainer walk down the street, it was like, yo, that's what. Now you can see nigga on the ground. It's like,
Everybody
oh,
looking
at
at
my face.
I
Become that.
got a question to ask both of
I
y'all.
see him on the ground.
Right now, we first generation hip hop, but both your daughter and your daughter's in this industry. What is it like? Y'all legendary, y'all famous, but y'all hands-on, but y'all not hands-on. And we
good question.
Yeah, you seen what's happening with Braun, we seen what's happening with Mello, but we want our children to succeed. What's that like from y'all two point of views, man?
I mean, I feel like you just gotta guide them. You can't tell them what to do. You just gotta guide them in the right direction. Like, you can give them pointers.
Yeah, but you know shit different in the game than other.
Yeah, I'm saying you gotta give them guidance and teach them, give them certain gems on how to, like my daughter asks me for advice all the time. So I just tell her, like, you know what I'm saying, do this a certain type of way.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And, be respectful and, try to guide her, but she has to learn on her own. Like, you know what I mean? That's very
The reason
important.
I ask, because there are people that know, but there are people that don't know that those are y'all daughters. You dig what I'm saying? It don't be till later. That's Clue's daughter, or that's Kid Capri's daughter, and I'm like, is that intentional though? Y'all post them up, but
not necessarily, because my record on my last album, The Love, the Uptown record, she's on the record with me. You know what I'm saying? So first of all, let's start here. Just because she's my daughter, I wasn't going to okay her being in the music business. She had to prove to me that she was ready. Like, when she bought me her first records, I was like, you can't sing. You know what I'm saying? And it wasn't until she could sing and she bought me the right shit, I was like, all right, yeah, cool. And, and it was that. But then also, I knew how she was growing up. She's like me. You know what I'm saying? So I know the music business fucked up. So it ain't for everybody. But I knew how she carried herself. And I knew that she'll be able to handle certain things. So that's why she moves the way she do.
Yeah.
I don't agree with everything. But
Of
as
course.
a kid, you're going to grow up and do what you do. She got to live her life. So, but overall, it worked out good. You
I
know
got
what
a
I'm
question for you because I like what his daughter did. She didn't try to be an artist. She didn't try to be a DJ. She's just on the business side of things. She's in the
big
business.
executive
Do you think
moves.
that would have been a simpler transition for you? Not to say he did this, but you probably could call somebody and say, I can get you experience quicker within the business and get a check and have longevity instead of being an artist.
When you have a passion for something, that's it. You know what I'm saying? You can do all the business you want. You think Jay-Z need to rhyme anymore? No. You think Lil Wayne need to rhyme anymore? You think Drake need to rhyme anymore? You think Drake need to rhyme anymore? No. Think Kendrick need to rhyme anymore? No. They love what they do. It ain't like you a ball player where your body is over after a certain time from getting beat up. You doing sports, you can't run around like that no more. When you in music, you can do that shit till you in your coffin, like James did. You see what I'm saying? So when you have a passion for something, nobody could tell you because you're older or because you come from this or you look like this, you can't do what you want to do. Because what if it works? What if it works? When Gangnam Style came out, then me and you would have walked down the street and seen Gangnam Style walk, we wouldn't thought nothing. That man came out with a record that went billions and got out the game. Nobody could dictate to you what your vision is, where your life gonna go, because they don't see it in themselves. They're gonna say to you, you can't do it because they don't see themselves doing it. Or they're gonna say, you too old to do this, or you too old to do that. What if it works? The oldest people in hip hop is the richest. The older dudes is the ones that's the richest, not the young kids. Jay, Kanye, should I keep going? L, should I keep going? I can keep going on and on. Let's go here. Every tour that the older dudes do in hip hop 50 and beyond sold out.
But they be doing their old material. It don't be the new material though, kid. Let's keep it real. It don't be the new material that niggas is checking.
And hip hop is the only fucking genre that does that.
Because we're trendy. We made it.
And
so, black people, we're trendy, so we can't be mad now.
Wait a minute.
Because we've been already seasoned to be trendy people and move on.
And R&B people ain't trendy?
Not as hip hop, hell no.
No. Hip hop is
a lot of the youth cling to that old R&B, bro. A lot of them cling to it.
Of course they do. But all I'm saying is that we the only ones that do that shit. You gotta dress the same way, you gotta have jewels on, you gotta do this where a rock group or a country group will go on stage with a ripped shirt.
Yep.
Motherfucking dirty sneakers on and jeans and 100,000 people out there
we not following them, kid. When Kanye is going on stage, they want to wear what Kanye wear. They look at us totally that we are the trend though. We are the trend. Those people that you're talking about, they're not the trend. We're the trend because, boom, for example.
They're not the hip hop trend.
Let me just say, let me just make this point. White women been rocking Birkin bags for years. Right? When I was working with Corey Rooney, the white lady Bonnie Nelson had a Birkin bag 30 years or 20 years ago, right? It wasn't a big deal. When the black girls and the trendy girls started wearing the Birkin bag, carrying the Birkin, it became a big deal. Let me finish my thought.
Okay.
When they get off of the Birkin, they're gonna move to something else, but the white people still gonna be with Birkin. We move on the trend. We wear Fendi. Fendi gets played out. Where do we go? Louis. We go to Gucci. That's just what we do. We don't stay in one spot. We're not wearing bell bottoms. You can't wear that no more. You got to wear the tight pants. Now the tight pants is trash. You got to go back to the baggy. We dictate this shit. So we keep dictating everybody being able, we're going to splash this, splash here. It's going to carry over to our music too. Everybody wants a new guy. Why we can't have the same guys? We want a new guy, though.
I don't agree with that.
You don't think so?
I don't agree with that. I mean, I'm not saying that that's not the way it is.
No, go ahead, say what you gonna say.
I don't agree with that.
Okay.
And like I said earlier, I want the one that gets the job done more than the guy that's popular.
That's the thing with the urban community, man. It's like, first of all, within our community, it's always a competition.
Right.
It ain't like that in other genres. There's always competition. Who got the biggest chain? Who got the most chain? Who got the most money? They're like, you don't see none of them artists flashing money on the screen in their videos.
None of that.
Because we're trendy. Because but you're making my point.
It's no competition.
I think it's because we as a people celebrate the wrong shit.
Okay.
That's what it is. We celebrate we mush our success in poor people's face. We celebrate things that that other people laugh at. I know billionaires that laugh at people that show money on the net. These niggas walk around with Hawaiian shirts and chicletas on. They laugh at you. They laugh at you because you look stupid. While you're holding money in your ear, you're taking a pile of money and holding it to your ear. Like, that's cute. That
we
makes
think
you
it's
look
stupid
cute.
too, but we think it's stupid.
That's trendy? You call that trendy?
To these kids, yes, that's trendy.
That's trendy to somebody that
them.
look like they never had nothing
They
before.
young, they impressionable, their frontal lobe is not developed, kid. They not, and
Well,
then
I
they
say
on
this.
social media.
I say this. I mean,
I'm not saying it's right, I'm saying it's going on.
I'd say this though. I guess it's with the time because I've been getting money a long time. I never did that. I never showed off money. I never did that. I drive a Wrangler. That's my car. I have a Wrangler. I can have any car I want.
I got a Cherokee, yeah.
I drive a Wrangler.
I'm
You see what I'm saying? Like, I don't celebrate what people celebrate.
Did you ever, when you were younger, were you spending that money, buying them cars, flashy?
You know what I bought?
What?
A tour
bus. Two of them.
A tour bus.
Two of them. That's what I bought. You never see me.
Nigga knew anybody.
You never see me in no Wraith. You never see me in no Lambo. I bought business. That's what I did, and I bought a hair shop. The most car I had was okay. I had a big Benz truck. Okay, well, all right, okay.
You did it.
All right, okay. I had a little Jaguar. It was all little Jaguar.
I had a little Ferrari.
But
in his era when LL had the 850 BM, that was the top of the line. That was the Rolls Royce.
But I went and bought a bus.
You bought two of them.
Two of them. I bought the 40 foot and then I bought the 45 foot. And when I bought a bus, the dude I bought, the company I bought the bus from, they were laughing at me like, nobody buys buses. Your album come out, you go on tour, you rent the bus for 3 months, you bring our bus back. Nobody buys buses. Hit him with the brown paper bag, give me my shit. Left the joint with my bus. When I came back to buy another bus, I get in the middle of it, I gave him his best drivers. He was driving for Wayne and Snoop and all them. I came back to buy another bus. And that's when he offered me $1 million from my record company. I heard you doing the record company, here's $1 million check. Like, nah, I'm good. Because he never seen no shit like this. You
was generating money off of that bus. Because right through the record label, instead of paying y'all, nigga, the rate you paying them is gonna pay for this bus for the 3 months and then some, and that money's gonna come to me.
Boo Boo will put their rap on the side.
Oh yeah, give me money for that. Give me money for that. Oh yeah, that's marketing and promo.
Bang.
That gotta come to me too. So that I'm getting marketing promo on the bus, and then whatever the record label, you paying the bus company, pay Amjad bus company, Amjad is mine. You know what I'm saying?
Damn,
so
my recording studio is on the bus, so I'm recording.
So y'all pay recording budget, that's mine. I mean, I'm gonna do everything right now, but nigga, I'm gonna park the bus outside my house. So when you give me the money to record, I'm just gonna go in my bus and do all my shit.
There you go. That's how I was moving.
The bus is gonna generate all my capital and it's mobile.
That's how I was moving. I drove to California in my bus from New York 4 times in 1 year.
Damn.
To California.
How long that took you?
It took 2 days.
That's it?
2 drivers.
They kept rotating.
Keep rolling.
Yeah, that makes sense.
But one of my drivers died on the bus.
Damn.
Wow.
I had a show in Miami, right? And this before I used to have a crib in Miami. I used to have a crib on 12th and Collins, right on the beach.
Mm-hmm.
But before I had the crib, I was staying in the Tudor Hotel.
Mm-hmm.
So we was driving down. We brought a second driver that never really go with us. He went with us a couple of times. Brought him down. He drove to Virginia, and then my main bus driver drove all the way down. When we get down there, that night I was supposed to do the show. We went to the movies early. I got sick from the air conditioner. Caught a fever, so I tried to cancel the show. 3 hours later, the promoter called me. He was like, yo, man, this shit is sold out, man. Everybody here to see you. I'm like, fuck. So I made everybody get on the bus, drove to the pharmacy. We get to the pharmacy. We pull up in front of the pharmacy. I'm sitting in the back of the bus. Mm-hmm. Some kid goes, yo, he's spazzing, kid. Yo, spazzing. Get up here. Go up there. He was on the floor. So I ran in the bathroom, got some water, threw it in his face. He got up, went back out, died right there. Because what happened was when he got down in Miami, in the lobby of the hotel, he was drinking, being happy to be in Miami. He's drinking with the girl that ran the hotel, but he had a triple bypass. And this nigga was drinking all day.
He bugging out.
We didn't know that. We didn't know he had a triple bypass. He
Yeah.
was drinking all day. So by the time he got on the bus,
He was finished.
killed him. You know what that ride was like going back home?
I went
22 hours
That's crazy.
without this dude?
I went through something like that at one of my old jobs. A lady, same thing happened. Like, and it's just weird because you just see them slowly fading away. And it looks like they're going to sleep, and that's not what that is.
No, Sue fading. That's his. That's
Yeah,
his.
you are fading. Well, what does hip hop mean to you, kid?
Everything took care of me my whole life. I gave my whole life to it. I gave my whole life to this shit. And I always said when I got in, you know, like people say, "Oh, I got a plan B." It's gonna work.
Your plan A
Never
is
had
your
a plan
plan
B. Never been, I gotta falls back on something. Nah, this shit gonna work. And that's been my attitude from the day I started.
Is that because you came up inside that musical house and that was supported, and you knew that your family was making money off of this shit? Could that be it?
That could be part of it. It could be the mistakes I seen my dad make. You know, it could be me being an Aquarius man, and I'm just self-resilient, self-reliant. I just like to be on top of shit. It could be I just love the shit so much that I seen something that other people didn't see in it. They didn't take it as serious as I did. There was 31 DJs on my block. I'm the only one that stayed with it. Everybody else left, went to the army, did this, family, whatever. I'm the only one that said, you know what, I see something in this shit.
Let me ask you a question, kid. How's it feel to have your voice on the intro of one of the most iconic TV shows of all time, especially in the urban community, man?
That shit.
For people who don't know, his voice is on the intro to the Martin show. So how's it feel and still to this day, it still plays on TV?
Well, let me tell you what the beef is with that.
You getting a check?
Hold on.
Because I'm gonna ask if you getting a check for it.
I wanted him to say. I wanted him to talk. I didn't want to. I want him to talk about it.
What's the beef with that?
Because I called him and asked him about this.
Here's the problem, right? Well, that Martin that you hear on Martin's show, that come from being sampled from Def Comedy Jam.
Martin?
And they did that without my permission.
So they own the rights to your voice?
No. That's the problem. They don't.
Okay, so let's.
So did we get a check or no?
Here's how it went.
What's the loophole?
I'm gonna tell you how it goes right now. They took my voice from Def Comedy Jam, sampled it, put it on the Martin show.
Yeah.
Never got no permission from me. Never asked for my rights, nothing. This show been on 8 different networks for 30 years.
Yeah, it's still going on.
Now, if it was a money thing for me, I'd have been like, yo, where's my bread? Right? I ain't never did that. But then they threw a reunion. The Martin reunion on television. And before they threw the reunion, Tisha Campbell went on Fox, Soul, with Vivica Fox and them, and said, yo, I thought that was Kid Capri that said that. That was Cole. I called Tisha Campbell right away, yo, you were sadly mistaken, sister. Somebody misled you.
That's me.
Then Martin went on the show, when they did the reunion, Martin went on the show and said, yo, that wasn't Kid, that's such and such and such. I got people. Now, first of all, that was the dumbest shit to say. Everybody knows it's me, number one. Number two, I got videos of this. And number three, all you had to do was just say, yo, kid, yo, we use this shit. Is it all right? Here's a bag. Here's a situation. Or not. Kid, it was all right. Go do your thing. You go on your fucking show and say they me. So now they got an issue.
So have you spoken to Martin?
Now I ain't got to speak to them. Speak to them about what?
I mean, if they're rewriting history in real time.
Paperwork can solve that.
That's what lawyers and
paperwork can solve that.
That's what all
He's already saying, I was going to let it go.
No.
He's saying, I was going to let it go.
He told me he was going to let it go. That's why.
But being that they didn't give me no credit.
No, they're rewriting history. It's not, they're rewriting history.
It's not even you not giving me no credit. You saying it's another person that did it. You ain't been giving me no credit. That ain't nothing new. But now you saying it's somebody else that did it? And I'm going to tell you what happened. He must have thought that Kid Capri wasn't going to last all these years. I was just some dude that was happy to be on a comedy show, and, you know, I was what I was at the time, and I wasn't going to stand the test of time. So at the time, they must have thought that, you know, that's what's going to happen. He ain't going to worry about it. you know, and it's not just Martin's fault. It's the companies that put it out. So we have an issue.
They definitely should have did.
Have you spoken to Stout?
I spoke to Stout.
Funny kid.
My man is super Aquarius mode right now. He like,
Nah, Stout's always a fair guy though.
Yeah, I mean, he should be.
Did he put out your album?
He put out, no, I was signed to Columbia, right? And what happened was I did an album before that album, and the main A&R at the time, this nigga lost the DAC. Lost my whole album. So I told Columbia, fuck y'all, I ain't doing nothing no more. And now they held me, I was there for 5 years, I wouldn't do nothing with them. So Trackmasters got with them, and that's when they called me, Columbia called me and was like, yo kid, we got Trackmasters, we want to put you with Trackmasters so you can put your album. I was like, what'd you think? I was like, well, I know Tone and Poker, I was like, all right, maybe I can fuck with those, right? But then I decided to fuck with them, not realizing that, and there's no disrespect to them, but they're not executives, they're producers. You know what I'm saying? And at the time of the situation that was going on in Columbia at the time,
You
it just
needed
wasn't
an
a good thing.
executive.
So I would tell them, you know, let's hold the album up, wait till January, February to put it out instead of putting it out on November 17th with 17 other albums coming out.
got you.
You know, if you look at the back of my album cover, you don't see Jay-Z's name, you don't see Nas' name, you just see a bunch of songs. Like, it was just wrong. Everything was just wrong with how everything was being done. So I wanted to hold off. But, and then it came out, and, you know, it went the way it went.
This is my last question. Is Biggie the greatest rapper of all time? Biggie.
I wouldn't say that.
Who is? In your mind?
People ask me who's my top five, I say I don't have a top five. And I'm gonna tell you why. It depends on what you're talking about. You talking about record sales?
Nope.
Every
I'm
time
talking about how no. I just want to know
No, I'm not saying
how,
you. I'm saying
how you feel. Like, my question is based upon how you feel.
I've always heard him say names like Big Daddy Kane, Rakim.
no, I don't even say that. What I say is there are too many dope people for somebody to be a top five. So it depends on what you're talking about. Are you talking about record sales? Are you talking about popularity? Are you talking about bars? What are you talting about? Because if you're talking about bars, the best rappers in the world are battle rappers. The artists get their whatever they do, their bars from the battle rappers. The battle rappers are the most brilliant rappers there is, and their stigma is they can't make good records. That's why I did the top tier album on them. Because of that. Because people would say they couldn't make good records. And I proved that wrong. I haven't put it out yet, but the album is dope. But my point is that, so it depends on who you talking about, what you talking about. If you want to say Nas, J, this one, yeah.
We talking about we want to know your favorite. Your favorite.
My favorite.
Who you rock with? Who's you? If you had
Your
a
favorite,
choice,
your
if
favorite.
kids said this is the ultimate, who would that guy be?
Well, that's not what he didn't ask me. He asked me,
Who's your favorite?
is Biggie the biggest of all time?
And if that's not it, who's yours? Biggie's
my favorite rapper of all time.
Yes.
He gonna have to say somebody from his era. Like,
Here's a better way to
It's not
pose.
true. I don't look at things as old and new. I look at things as good.
What album would you enjoy? Like, if you could just have one on the beach and you know there's no fast forwards, you could rewind it.
I mean, there's a few of those. I could go
What
with.
was those?
What's those?
Yeah.
To go from old to new, I can go with.
It don't matter.
Illmatic, I can
Of
go
course.
with Paid in
I
Full,
know
I can go with.
Yeah.
I can go with Fear of a Black Planet. I can go, you know what I'm saying? Like, there's so many. I can go with KRS. Shit, like, there's so many.
How you think about Get Rich or Die Trying?
One of the best albums ever made. One of the best albums ever made. I can listen to that shit all day.
The Doggy Style Snoop.
One of the best albums ever
Chronic
made.
2000.
Chronic.
Yeah.
One of the
Chronic.
best albums ever made. Like, there's a lot of dope joints that is gonna stand the test of time, and that's what I mean. Standing the test of time. What's happening now that's gonna stand those test of times? That's gonna be here 20 years, 30 years, that we're gonna be talking, like the next set of people gonna be sitting there talking about, yo, remember when this
We're
came
not
out
gonna
30 years?
have that, kid, because it's too microwavable. Everybody's throwing everything up against the wall. And not only are they throwing things up against the wall, the attention span of the young crowd is way less now.
Absolutely.
So now they're saying you gotta put something in their face 21 times instead of 7 times like it was back in the days. People think that streaming is actually better than radio, and I don't. I think you need everything.
You need everything.
You need everything
Yeah.
to make yourself saucy.
See, radio radio doesn't dictate what's hot anymore, but it makes you a superstar.
Yeah, I like that. There we go.
You know what I'm saying?
Yo, that's it. I ain't got nothing.
I can't all the way fully agree with that, but
Interesting.
I can see what he's saying now.
You as Clue, but as a whole, radio doesn't dictate what's hot. As a whole, to me. The reason why I say that, because when's the last time, how many records you heard that some drug dealer put behind and the record's trash, but you hear the shit all day? Where your record had to be good before.
But here's
to
an
get
interesting
broke.
thing. This is what
Your record had to be good before to be broke. Now, any record that you pay for can be played.
But listen.
Facts?
Time out.
Okay.
Let's just be 100% real here. Anything that's pushed out or made to be pushed out the universe by a computer can be manipulated. So it's the same thing, bro.
Yeah, I agree.
People pay for streams.
Yeah.
People play for placement on playlists.
On platforms, they put me on World Star. That's how Jello got big. Jello, they put the money behind Jello. Next thing you know, he's on World Star. He's on this platform. He's on that platform. He's on this streaming playlist.
I don't need to be on the hottest playlist. Just put me on a playlist and put me between this hot Drake song and this hot Chris Brown song.
You know what that's called?
And I'm gonna get my stream.
You know what that's called?
Because it's gonna sit there and play, and you know what? It's gonna play Chris Brown, and then all of a sudden, oh, what's his new record? And then it's gonna play Drake right after.
It's called the mixtape era now. And that's what I wanted to ask. Can streaming capture the essence
You see his brain from what I just said, his brain is working? He's like, damn, I ain't know that one. Yeah, I didn't think about that trick. Yeah, that's what they do.
Now think, when we first came in and you said the record, I said, that's what I'm thinking of, not where you're gonna sell it. I said, where you gonna put it? And he was like, I'm gonna put it over here, but that's not what I was talking about. I was like, where are you gonna put it to get the people? Where are you gonna put it to get the people to see it, to go to your .com to go buy it?
Right.
That was my question. You know what I'm saying? So he's
put
saying,
the Kid Capri song, put the DJ Wabba Wabba song, and then put DJ Clue song.
Boom.
It's up.
Boom.
Now I'm getting extra streams.
Yeah. I'm getting awareness. Now I'm using this. I'm using the situation.
It's the same remix.
Yeah. But yo, BagFuel. Yo, it was great with Kid Capri. Go to BagFuel.com.
Appreciate you, my brother.
Cop them sweatshirts. Hit about the conversations. We're at 100,000 subscribers. Yo, DJ Clue got the best timing in the entire world. That's why he's a legend. He know what to do. Thank you, Kid Capri, for coming out. Yo, BagFuel, like, subscribe, super things. Keep following us, and we out of here.